Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a training video and I thought that I would just talk about the things that just don't make sense about Star Stable. Just different things that I believe don't make sense or different things that I've heard from other people that don't make sense and why. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start here at Marley's. And I wanted to start by talking about why I do not understand why Star Stable does this. But Star Stable has the saddlebags, which, like, okay, like, I understand, like, the animals and stuff. I actually really like the ones that can come out of the bags and the ones that, like, can be, like, interactive. I don't really get the other ones, but what I really don't get is why they don't have that many options or colors of saddlebags. Like, the reason why a lot of my horses that, like, I'm getting right now, or a lot of the horses that I'm riding, this one included, don't have a saddlebag is because there's not one that I think goes well with it. There's just not a lot of colors. There's a lot of blacks and a lot of browns. There's honestly, like, no pinks and no blues that are, like, light blues or dark pinks. I think there's the only one pink one, and it's the pink with the white. And obviously that's not going to work for every single one of my, like, pink and white outfits or pink, dark pink and blue outfits. It just doesn't work. So I'm really confused on why Star Stable doesn't add better saddlebags, because there are more and more interactive, like, pets coming out, with especially when they come out with magic horses. So another thing that I don't understand about Star Stable is why they haven't updated our character, and I've heard this from other people too. This character design hasn't been updated since the very first time Star Stable came out with characters. There has never been a new character update. When I played on a different account in, like, 2012, or, like, when it first came out in 2011, these are the same character types. They've updated some of the characters, like, around here, like the NPCs and stuff, the characters that we go around and, like, we play with. They've updated those, but they haven't haven't updated our player characters, which you would think that they would need to spend more time on. And I do understand it. I do get it, because it's a lot harder to update characters than it has been to update, like, generations of horses, mostly because we have characters have, like, all these outfits that, like, they can wear, and, like, if you change the character style or the character, like, makeup, you get rid of that outfit choice that can fit with them. So, like, that's probably why, but I just feel like they could have came out with something in the last 9 years that actually works. So that's something also that I just don't get about Star Stable. Why aren't you putting more time into your character development, as in, like, your character style and your character's look? Because so many people complain about the hands and about just the different aspects of our characters. Another thing that I don't get about Star Stable is why they have updated some generations of horses and not updated others, and why they did a 2.5 generation for, like, literally 3 breeds, like, not even that many breeds, and then went on to a generation 3. I don't get that. I also think that they should update the oldest versions first, and they're just not doing that. They're coming out with brand new breeds a lot of times that we've never even seen before, and that just doesn't work for me. I'm just really confused on why they haven't updated, like, the older horses, like the Morgans and stuff like that, and why they have, like, the Halflingers as, like, a 2.5 generation, and why they have the Frisians as a 2.5 generation. The Frisians are such a well-known breed on this game. So many people have Frisians. Even the first generation Frisians, I have, like, 7 generation 1 Frisians. Like, they're so popular on this game. They would make, honestly, if you want to talk about revenue and you want to talk about making money, they would make so much money because so many people would go out and buy star coins. And that actually leads me on to the next point of what I don't understand about Star Stable. I don't get why Star Stable upped the cost of star coins. I mean, I do, because, you know, they want to make money. I get that. But when I was a star rider, it didn't cost more than $19.99. When I was first starting this game, like, back in 2012, it didn't cost more than $20 to be, like, a 3-month subscription of a star rider. Also, to buy 1,000 star coins, it costs like $15. I don't understand why they inflated the costs. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me because it makes it harder for people to buy stuff. And now you have people never buying it, like, unless there's a huge sale. And people just wait for those sales. And, like, I guess that, like, makes them make more money because the sales are still, like, just as much. And, like, it's just game stuff. So I kind of get it because they're not really losing anything by people going out and buying like a big amount of star coins if it's a double star coin weekend, because it's not like real money to them, I guess you could say. Like, they could honestly hand out star coins left and right. But I just don't get that. I also don't understand something else. They have updated the cost of star coins. They have updated the cost of Star Rider and a membership. But they haven't updated the amount of star coins that you get weekly, which I think is ridiculous. I think that is so ridiculous. I don't understand. It's been every Saturday you get star. It used to be, I think it used to be every Wednesday. I can't remember. It might have just been every Saturday, but I really thought it was every Wednesday back in the day. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. It's been a really long time. um, I don't understand why they haven't updated the amount of star coins you get weekly, especially since they've inflated the cost it is to be a star rider. And I'm so sorry, guys. My cat is banging on stuff. Come on. Stop it. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't think that like helps the case, you know? So that's something that I really don't get, and that's something that really like makes me mad about Star Stable, is that it costs so much to be able to play this game, like actually have the full experience, but they don't give you any more for the cost that it would have been back in the day. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing that I don't get about Star Stable is why they keep putting, like, why they have this obsession when they make magic horses or they make like their own horses. Especially, you guys probably heard about it in my last video. Why are we adding random blue? Like, why are we adding blue? I don't get it. I don't understand. Whoever's making these horses recently is like obsessed with blue. I also don't understand why they're obsessed with adding crazy colors. um I mean, I really like the last two like magic horses that I've gotten. I really like not the pink one obviously, but I like the blue one. I think that one's beautiful, and I really like the seahorse. But even the seahorse, like the one that I got that was a seahorse, the blue and the pink one, I don't understand why they're so like in depth with the color. Oh, your girl messed up. um I guess it's literally just because like they think that the magic horses need to be over the top. But I feel like I really like the old magic horses that like had sort of over the top, but they were like, it was cohesive and it went together, like Umbra and Ayla, and the Lusitano like first gen magic horses. So like, I just don't understand why they keep going so over the top with some of these horses. And also, another thing that really kind of irked me, like, not like that I don't understand, but like why they named the last horse, like magic horse species, why they called it a mix of an owl, like a mix of like bird. I think it said owl, why it was like mix of an owl and a mix of a butterfly. I did not see butterfly on those horses. I don't understand where the heck they thought the butterfly went in there, but it didn't. And I also don't understand why they also put owl, if they put owl instead of bird, because I saw peacock. I didn't see bird. Like owl. I saw peacock. So that was another thing that kind of bothered me about it. Another thing that has been bothering me about Star Stable, and this one is honestly like something that's actually irks me all the time. Why do they keep changing horse gates without like not without realizing, but without like referring to the people that are using these horses? This track new right now, they messed up this horse's gates. Beautiful gates, had a beautiful lines when it ran. I'm so mad that they like changed this gate. Oh, I might have to start over this race. Go, Copper, go! So I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Why? Why is that a thing? Why are you changing gates that are completely fine? Why aren't you messing with the gates of the horses that you come out with that we're complaining about? I don't think anybody complained about the Trackner. I never saw anybody. Like, I follow their Instagram and stuff. I've never seen anybody complain about the Trackner. I've seen people complain about the Arabians. I've seen people complain about them. I've also seen people complain about the Frisians. Have you guys seen the Generation 2.5? I understand why they're not updating these guys because they're old, but the 2.5 Generation Frisian, it literally looks like their leg is going through its buttocks when it runs. Like, what the heck? Why? I just don't. It looks like the horse is lame. It looks like the leg isn't even like working. I don't get it. I hate the way that the Frisians run. That's another pet peeve of mine. So, like, there's just a couple of different things that I just don't understand about Star Stable, and those are a few of them. Another thing that I don't really understand is when I got on this game, guys, I had not played this game in at least 3-4 years. They really hadn't added anything map-wise to this game. They did add, this Harvest Counties was already in the works when I stopped playing. So the only two things that they really added were Mist Fault and South Hoof Peninsula, which, can we be completely honest, we don't need Valley of the Dinosaur and we don't need South Hoof Peninsula. There is nothing about those two places that make any of us go to it, except for maybe a race. And here, there's nothing. There's literally nothing in the Hidden Dinosaur that we use. Not one thing. We literally go there for the quests that we have to complete to open up Aponia, and then we don't do it ever again. I have not stepped foot in Valley of the Hidden Dinosaur since I finished opening Aponia. That was it. I also haven't gone back to South Hoof Peninsula except for once to deliver stuff from the crafting. That was the only time. So, yeah. Another thing that really bothers me about Star Stable is that although they haven't updated our characters, they're also really not coming out with any cute outfits or any outfits that are, like, good enough to wear, if you know what I mean. Like, they keep coming out with, like, stuff, and for the horses and tack and stuff, but, like, they don't really come out with too many outfits. They come out with, like, boots and hats, and I'm like, okay, what about other stuff? So, like, I'm just, like, waiting for more stuff for the character to come out, and I guess, like, that's kind of unfair of me to say that I want them to develop a new character, but I also still want them to come out with stuff with this old character. But, you know, I pay a lot of money for this game, and I want it all. So, if I pay, I don't know, like, I probably dropped over $300 on this game. Probably. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Probably. In, like, the last, like, less than a year. That's ridiculous. A year and a half. Like, I've been on here for half a year since I left. So that's kind of insane to me. Like, why can't I have it all? I pay so much money for this game. Another thing that really drives me insane about Star Stable is that they don't really have a lot of quests. They do have a lot of, like, the same quests coming out, like the birthday and the festival and like Jarlaham. Like, yeah, that stuff is cool and all, but, like, I've already done it. I don't want to do it again. Like, why are you redoing quests? That's such a cop out to me. That's literally, I'm paying, like I said, I'm paying so much money for this game, and you're coming out with redo quests that we've already done. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do the same quest every year, once a year. That's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's the same thing. I mean, they'll add, like, maybe one or two things, or like a horse that's like limited edition or something like that. But even those, it's like I have to go spend star coins, which spend my money. Like, I don't like the things that they've been coming out with. Their birthday thing that they do every year, same flippin' thing mostly. They've added, like, two things to it that are different. And the horseshoe thing that they have going on, Oh my gosh, this is another huge pet peeve, guys. They keep coming out with stuff that you get from quest lines that are like redo quest lines, like the ones that come once a year. And they also keep giving out, like when they come out with like tag sets or something, one of them will not have any stats. And it'll be the prettiest one. Or like I stopped doing the golden horseshoes. I keep picking them up and I am not selling, and I am not going and like giving them to the person, because they're worth 32 Jorvik shillings, and then every single thing that I'm getting has no stats. All the outfits that I'm getting have no stats, and they're worth nothing. They literally, the golden horseshoes are worth more than the items that they're giving me for these quests, for finding these golden horseshoes. So I'm keeping these golden horseshoes and I'm selling them for 32 Jorvik shillings, because there is no reason for me not to. Because I'm not going to keep the outfits that they give me because they have no stats, so I'm never going to wear them. And also, they are worth nothing. So why am I sitting here trading in money for zero? Like, for literally nothing. I'm getting nothing in return. I've literally gotten rid of all 4 of the clothing outfits that I've gotten from the not outfits, but the clothing, like things that they've given me, like items that they've given me from the golden horseshoes, and I have literally deleted all of them. I have taken them right here and gone like this. Also, I got this stuff from the birthday bash stuff like set, which also was expecting it to at least cost a little bit. Doesn't, and I can't get rid of it. It's stuck. I don't want it. I want to get rid of it. Star Stable, please let me delete it. I don't want it. So yeah, that's another few things that bother me about Star Stable. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna just, I don't have a writing club, so I can't do this. That's sad. Let's see if this person, what about you? What about you? I'm gonna see if this person will be in a group with me. Oh, they're already a member of a group. What about you? See if this person will do it. She's gonna be like, why? I'm gonna be like, because I don't want to see anybody. Oh, she said no. Well, I think I can still. Yes! Oh, thank you for not accepting it. If you do, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. But it wouldn't be your fault. That's another thing that I can't really stand, is that you can only not, like with this thing, you can only not see just yourself. You have to be in a group or you have to be in a writing club, which if you guys have listened to my video that I made yesterday, I'm not in a writing club right now. And I think that that's another thing that kind of is another pet peeve of mine. The writing club thing has been a thing since Star Stable really started. The writing clubs have always been like something that you can do. But I think a really sad thing about Star Stable is that the writing clubs turn into like really weird, like some writing clubs can turn into like really weird writing clubs. And then also some writing clubs are really serious, and then some are also very, very like different, which is fine, but I feel like people have this stigma about writing clubs where if you join a writing club and you leave after being there for a few minutes, you're like a terrible person. When I was looking for a writing club before I joined Angry Jokers, I joined a few, and people were like, you're a club hopper, and it's like, no, I'm not a club hopper, I just don't like your club. Like, and I hate to be like that, but when somebody joins a club, they don't know if they like it or not, unless they go through like one of those ones that is really serious and you have to do like an application process, which I'm sorry, I don't have time to do that. And so like when you ask me to join a club, and if I join and I am there for 5 minutes and I'm already uncomfortable, why would you want me to stay? Because I'm not going to be a member who wants to do anything. And I'm also not going to be an active member because I don't want to be forced to stay somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to leave if I don't like your club after being there for a few minutes. And also, you want me to leave your club, because if I don't leave your club, then you're not going to have a space for somebody who actually might gel well with your club. So that's kind of like a Star Stable pet peeve, but more of like a Star Stable player pet peeve. Things that players do that kind of make me mad, which I think is also something that maybe we should do. Oh, I missed it. But yeah, so that's another few things that drive me insane about Star Stable. And so I think there's more. I don't have it. Usually I make a list when I do stuff like this, but I don't really think I have any more off the top of my head. Hmm. Oh, something else that really drives me insane is when they come out with horses that are so much money, right? They're so expensive, they're so much money, and they don't have mane and tail options. Like, what are you doing, Star Stable? I want to be able to change this horse's mane and tail. I don't like it. Why won't you let me change it? And so, like, that's also, like, makes me really mad. Or they come out with a brand new breed and they only have the main options that are, like, standard main options, like the options for your starter. That also really bothers me because a lot of times when they have been coming out with new horses, the main styles of the old, like, the starters that we have aren't great options for those horses because the starter mains just don't look good with that style of horse. It just doesn't. And another thing that I've been like really wanting Star Stable to do is to make an option for people to change the mane and tail separately. Like, there's been a few times where I would have totally bought a new mane style, but I don't like the tail with it. Like, there's been several times that has happened. Or I like the tail, but I don't like the main style. And I think that that's something that's like really got me like a lot with the Alkiel Tikis. Like, I like the main style, but I like the different main styles that there are options for. But I don't like the tails that they have for those options. I like the tail that they already have, that they already came with. So I just, I don't really like that. Why don't we make it an option to change both? And Star Stable, since you do what you do and you make things cost so much, you could honestly make even more money off of it if you really wanted to. There's an idea. You can make it cost even more. You can make it cost more to be separate. Like, that makes sense, since I would not want that to happen. But like, since they like to make everything and like literally you're breathing on this game cost star coins. And I think that's another thing. I feel like they come out with a lot of like, be a star rider for 7 days and stuff like that. Like, okay, like that's nice. Like, I like that they do that for people. But people who aren't star riders, you cannot play this game. You can play to level 5 and you can only go to 2 places. You can go to Moorland or you can go to Fort Pinta. I think that that's just kind of terrible, especially with how much this stuff costs. This stuff costs so much money. Star Stable costs so much money. And the only reason that they keep making the money, and the only reason they have so many people playing this game, is honestly because there's no other game like it except for like Alicia Online. And even that isn't exactly like Star. Okay, sorry. My cat stepped on my computer and I got kind of mad because I thought that he hit the pause button. But he didn't, hopefully. I think not. We'll see. Hold on. Let me check again. Are you paused? I don't think it's paused. Okay, we'll keep going. Ooh, and I lost my race. You know what? My cat's making me so angry today. Oh my gosh, child, why? There's literally so much room for this cat to go wherever he shall please to get where he wants to go, and he steps right on my laptop. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, so like I just think that that's so unfair for anybody. Like, this game costs so much money, and the only reason that they're making the money is because there's no other game like it. And I've even been like, you know what, I'm gonna go make a Star Stable game. I'm so tired of spending all this money. But like, the game is fun, and they do have like a great like set of quests and stuff that you can do. But something else that really bothers me as an older player, is that they don't really have any quests that are geared towards their older audience. They have people in this game who have been playing for 9 years. Think about that. You played in 2011, let's say that you were 10. It's 2020, you're 20 years old now. Like, or 21 years old now. Like, 20 years, 21 years old now. That person, if they're still playing this game, congrats to you. Also, if they're still playing this game, they're obviously not gonna like the same quests that some of the younger players like. So I think that it's a good idea to have some stuff that's geared towards older players, because it's really unfair to like expect those players who have been playing for years to be okay with the level of quest, like the maturity level of quest that they've had before. I think that that's just really unfair. So guys, I'm gonna try and end it here. I'm gonna probably do a few more races to get copper leveled up. But thank you guys so much for coming and tuning into basically a TED Talk of mine. But okay guys, have a great night and catch you guys later. Bye lovelies.